Voss was unable to take his place in the side. I guess on the plus side, though, Craig Lambert was playing his 200th senior game against his old side. The Tigers trying to reverse a bad trend. They'd lost their last 3 games, and certainly the coach and the president were under pressure during the course of the week. Let's check the scores to half-time at the MCG. A thrilling encounter, and the Tigers, after a very big second term, they booted 8 goals. 13-4, 82 at half to Lions, 8-6, 54. Well, could Brisbane come back? We will find out in just a moment.
The line
for season 1999. The MCG hasn't been a particularly happy hunting ground for them. But we're going to our replay now to see if Brisbane could come back. A long deficit, but could they make it up? Our commentators at the MCG, Drew Morfitt, Kevin Bartlett and Gerard Healy. We pick up play now in the third quarter.
Starting to find some voice again. Keating wins in the middle. Knights tackled high and will go back to take his free kick. Lions got to within 2. Knights with his free, out to Gale. Bit of space out here for a few Tigers. Campbell, he's got Bowden out wide. He's a left footer, he mightn't mind this. He can't get the ball. Hilton. High tackle, Richmond free kick. Lionel Proctor just off the bench, getting his first run for the day. Playing just his 5th senior game. Over the ball and crunched high by White. Back live, and he's given the ball off and poised it in good hands again with Joel Bowden. A left footer who could nearly stab this through. Be kicking from 45 metres. Proctor too far out himself, and how Bowden got so much room from White, who gave away the free kick in the first place. Well, Lee Matthews will be asking that question. Bowden, well within his range. They'll raise the roof if he kicks this. He's got 3 to this quarter, and Richmond steady.
Yes, and Joel Bowden is the right bloke to have the ball in the hands. He's playing off a half-back line, but he's pushed forward a number of times to be involved in the goal-scoring spree in this match, and they just keep coming unabated. Smart move there, and Darryl White, as you say, KB, will be asked the question, I'm sure.
Tigers by 21 points. A few moments ago, it was 2 points. The Lions threw down the gauntlet, and the Tigers have picked it up. Keating inside the centre square, had it and lost it. Started on the interchange bench, back to Ashcroft. Pumps the ball inside 50. In front is Lambert. He's got Duncan Callaway to beat. Quick hands to McRae, who's booted 3. This time he's off target. He's put it out. In fact, he's just snuck it in for a behind. 3 goals, 1 to Craig McRae. Just over 2.5 minutes left in this action-packed third term. Lions getting within 2 points. They trailed by 50 points during that second quarter. Gale thought he may have been dropped the ball, taken away by Daffy. The duck kicks down looking for Richardson. He's out. He's got the run in Hollands. The youngster goes short, tries to set it up. Powell aim at him hard. Hands and knees. Eustace cool under pressure to Boyd, who goes for the long option and finds Black through the centre square. He's had it. He's lost it. He can still feed the ball off to Malloy. They've got the run through the centre square. Ashcroft, a casual bounce, runs to 50. Marcus Ashcroft, the veteran. This could go right to the line. Benny Gale backing back, plays on quickly to Rogers on the rebound. The Tigers looking for Joel Bowden. He's booted 3, being pushed out of the way, caught high, and the free kick will go to Bowden.
Joel Bowden's had a big third term. 20 points the margin. Chris Scott didn't have his eyes for the ball, and he complained about the decision, but I don't think there's much to complain about there. Hollands. Richardson comes from behind. Huskus in front. Dispossessed. Thrown to the ground by Proctor. But he didn't have the ball. Free kick to Adam Huskus. Not happy with that?
Well, looked to me like he tried to evade him. He had the ball. Let's have a look. He's got the ball. That's possession. That is a free kick to Richmond. He had prior opportunity, Kevin.
free kick to Lionel Proctor, holding the ball.
Fuscus goes short. Just over a minute remaining in the third quarter. What a game at the MCG. Hope you're enjoying it. Kick by Ashcroft inside 50. Lepic! A mark to Lepic! Leapin' Lepic! He was about fourth in line.
He's got it all right. Well, he had the opportunity to put them in front about 10 minutes ago, and since then it's been all Richmond. They now trail by 20 points and are desperate for this one.
So Justin Lepic, the boy from Berwick who was drafted to Brisbane, leading goal kicker the last 2 years. He's kicked 3. Great kick. Oh, hits the post. So that is 3 goals, 5 to Justin Lepic. And this surge in the third quarter will have to be repeated with more in the last.
Well, there's the bench. Couchy might want to tell us who's on the bench. We'll come back there.
Matthew Clark.
Yep.
Brad Scott, Matthew Clark, Trent Bartlett and Martin McKinnon.
Well, they mightn't get a run this quarter because here come the Lions tucked up in the pocket. Lappin gets rid of the ball that time for a boundary throw-in.
Just having a look at the goals, it's interesting where they're coming from. Richmond are getting a lot of their goals from outside of the 40-metre line. They've got 11. You've got 6 within 40 metres, where it's a reverse for Brisbane.
4 seconds left in the quarter. He might have got it on the siren. Black has kicked a goal. What a way to end a magnificent quarter of football. This has been a sensational game. And still the drama continues with 4 seconds to go from that boundary throw-in. That man on screen, Simon Black, has nailed it.
Real goal spree at the MCG. The Brisbane Lions kicking 6-4 to the Tigers, 4 goals, 3 during the third quarter, another 10 goals for the term. And so the stage was set for a thrilling final quarter. Let's go back to the MCG now and our commentators, Drew Morford, Kevin Bartlett and Gerard Healy.
Start of the last quarter. 13 points the margin in favour of the Tigers. And Clark faces Gale. Clark gets it going Brisbane's way. Hart helps it on. Knights flips the ball out. Was it a throw? Daffy has lifted since half-time. He's lost it. Champion gets boot the ball. Inside 50. And good mark, Andrew Kellaway. Held down by Johnson as he wanted to go on with it. Gets it out wide to Biddiscombe. Kick by Craig Biddiscombe, ex-Geelong player, to Gale. Punt from behind. Ackermanis clever. Boyd on all fours. Good. Scott. Found wide by Hart to Ashcroft. He puts it up to the goal square. If it bounces on, it'll be a chance. Black again! Well, he kicked a goal a second before the siren at three-quarter time. He had a chance to start this quarter with a blaze of glory, but he kicked it behind.
2 straight kicks, the difference between the two sides. 109 plays, 97.
What's the psychology at three-quarter time in the both camps, Kevin?
Well, Couchy said that Jeff Geeshan said the boys did magnificently well to come back after they got within 2 points. They withstood the challenge to go on, and that he suggested that Matthew said to Matthew Clark, get the ball out of the centre for the likes of Lappin and Lambert, who we just saw then going very hard for the ball. First goal here in this last quarter is going to have a great psychological value. McRae, 35 metres out again, a wasteful kick. Every time they've got close and looked like they can nearly get in front of the Lions, they've missed easy goals. Jeff Geeshan. Still with that worried look on the face, and so he should. They lead by 50 points. It's a big game for the Tigers. They've been in the news all this week. Champion from behind. Ball kicked off the ground. Bowden shoveled the ball out to Daffy. Runs away from Ashcroft and out in front. That's a great kick and a great mark to Richardson. He's booted 4 goals. 3 of them coming in that second quarter. Daffy runs hard to create. Here comes Plapp. Spent most of the game on the interchange bench. Proctor puts the ball high. Lambert has got Kellaway to beat. They juggle the ball. Huskus tries to crash his way through. He's caught. No free kick. Under pressure. The Lions work the ball out through Lawrence. He's getting plenty of attention and directions also from Boyd. Says go wide. It's a shocking option. 2 against 1. Gasper comes away. Unloads with both barrels. Pumps the ball back. Looking for Ottens. Campbell has built a couple of goals. A wobble's a kick forward, but taken by White.
Narrow wide in the last line. 11 points the margin. Huskus feeds the ball up. Scott. Out towards the members' wing. Ackermanis. Good mark. He was running in the same direction as the ball and he turned and waited for it. Got rid of his opponent. The hand pass in is also good. Kennedy. A long bomb. Lepich. No mark. It's punched on for Brisbane. Chance for Johnson. It's knocked back into the post.
That was almost an own goal. Haven't seen too many of those in AFL football.
Jared, the bench for the Brisbane line. Brad Scott, Trent Bartlett, Mark McKinnon and Clark Keating.
10 points the margin. 24 scoring shots to 29. 5 more Brisbane, but they trail.
Well, this is one of the best games that we've seen this year. Champion, smart footwork, again inside 50. The high flyer is Bowden. He's been good today. He's booted 3 goals. He's had 19 possessions. He's done some great saving in defence as well. The run is on through Rogers. Covers the line. Here comes Huskus. Big fist away. They need a crummer. Proctor does well. Bundle his opponent out of the way. Back to Campbell around the corner. And he finds Hollands. Richardson going for his 5th goal. A big bomb. He's off target. Through for a behind.
And KB, Proctor and Hollands have done a good job since they've come on. They've been pretty lively up forward and they've been a help to Richmond to get back into this game and lead.
Well, they're pretty fresh. Brisbane haven't used the bench all that much. Ackermanis still at half-back flank. In short to Hart. He's got some run from Scott. Through the middle. Kick by Chris Scott. Touched off the boot. Play on, says the umpire. Great hands by Black in midfield. But they've lost it. It comes back to Black. Pick the right option with Ashcroft. On the turn, Marcus Ashcroft. McRae! The other number 4, Rogers. Helbin not in possession, the Richmond player. Tigers free kick.
Some good decisions will be important in this last quarter. Jared, we've seen a couple of players at the moment under pressure not make such good decisions, so this will be an important factor in the game.
During the second quarter, Richmond led by 50 points, and then the Lions came back at them. Kellaway pulled off his kick, and it bounces out by the throw-in.
It was a great chase on the forward line by Craig McRae, I think it was, on Kellaway. It just put the pressure. It looked like the ball was going out in the full. And
I thought Huskus should have attempted to mark it. It was either going to be a mark or out of bounds on the full, but he allowed it to bounce. Clark got his hands on the ball. Broderick to Proctor. Again, just tumbles the ball inside 50, squeezed up on the boundary line, kept alive by Huskus. He's got the numbers with Hart. He's been a good player. Goes very short and finds Black. Started on the interchange bench. Kicked a fantastic goal with just a second to go. At 3/4 time. Again to lift the spirit of the Lions. There's Gale. Too big and too tall that time for Johnson.
8 marks to Benny Gale.
10 possessions and 8 marks. 5 hit-outs. Gale to centre half forward. He's looking for Richardson. He's on a long lead. Then tries to tap the ball on. Does well to Broderick. Feigns the hand pass. Wants to get back onto the left boot. They're caught. Great tackle by Lambert. A turnover. Huskus. This could hurt the Tigers. Scott comes through the centre square and spears it down towards Lepage. Wanted to take it on the half volley. Bundled out of the way. Rogers pounced on it. Ran hard. Made the numbers. Kicks the ball wide. It's a loose ball. McRae's the chaser against Kellaway. Didn't have the strength. Andrew Kellaway stands and delivers and goes wide and finds Hollands. The Tigers keep on coming. Ottens.
well, one into the ground. You had the kick going towards Justin Lepage. It only had to be a decent kick over 40 metres, and probably Brisbane are shooting at goal. But once again, another turnover, and Brad Ottens comes in and finally imposes himself on this match, and he is a thumping kick, and you would be surprised if this doesn't go straight through the middle. It's a beautiful kick.
So Brad Ottens, just in his second season of AFL football, he's kicked 9 goals for the season. Looks like he's taken the next step. Usually a very reliable kick, but the pressure is on. He's right on 50. Magnificent goal.
I'll tell you what, he had a bit of pressure on him there, Drew.
from you.
Well, when you get somebody to give you a kicking style of rap, 99% of times they usually fluff it, but that was a fantastic kick. KB, he will kick very few more important goals in his career at Richmond unless he's in a finals match, because the impact of a loss to the Tigers in this match would just be unimaginable.
Richmond out to a lead of 17 points. They came in 14th on the ladder. Brisbane second on the ladder. But Richmond favourite by the bookmakers to win the game after all the controversy during the week. Pressure on the coach and everyone else. Boyd goes to McRae. McRae's kicked to Champion just outside the 50. Richard Champion long to the goal square, but Gale gets back to take his 9th mark.
Well, they just haven't played it smart before at 50 in this term. The Brisbane Lions, in fact, probably since about the 25-minute mark of the last quarter, the third quarter. You've got plenty of possession out of the middle. In fact, they've been well on top in the middle in the last couple of quarters, and yet they've been making the best of it.
Mark taken by Clark. In between wing and half forward. On his own in midfield is Stevie Lawrence. He goes thump, goes past Lepage. Johnson! The mark paid.
He's a nuggety little fellow.
Richmond players everywhere on the deck, and the fans say, where's the push umpire?
Well, Johnson was an important player, wasn't he, in that second quarter when he booted a couple of goals. And look, they felt like a pack of cards.
Well, Johnson just edged his own teammate legally out. It was his own teammate that infringed against Gale.
Chris Johnson for his 4th. The Lions are still alive.
It's been one of his better days. Kicks the ball wide. He's looking for Richardson, who's been very good. He's got 4. Does a wide circle. Goes back to Knight, who's been under a lot of pressure from Hart since a damaging first quarter when he had 11 possessions. Gale pumps it wide. Huskers. It's a big contest against Campbell. Taken away by Lappin. Rockets the ball 25 metres. Here comes Lappin. Make that Ackermanis. Runs to 50. Caught in 2 minds. On the burst. Goes short. Boyd's got it. Great play. Bowden came in. I think the umpire like the self-chair. Just preempted he had the mark. He was punched away. He didn't take it.
He didn't pay the mark.
But the whistle is gone.
What a game.
Brad Boyd from 50 metres out. The vice-captain of the Lions has missed.
There's been a change for the Richmond bench. Rory Hilton has come on for Justin Platt, boys.
Well, maybe he hasn't dropped it. He had it in his hands and was knocked out. So maybe he had controlled that ball before the score.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's a game of ifs and what ifs. There have been a few interesting decisions, to say the least. Back come the Tigers. Up towards half forward. Richardson goes to ground. Well done. Kennedy with strength. Puts the hand pass wide. Chris Scott back into Kennedy. He sets off. 10 points the margin. Tigers in front. Kennedy's kick. And good mark to Ashcroft at full stretch.
Matthew Clark pushing down into the forward line is the big beanpole. He's the one to go to.
Kick by Marcus Ashcroft to the 50. Lepage. Mark. 6 marks to Justin Lepage. But he's kicked 3 goals, 5. Started at fullback. Went to the forward line, where he's been their leading goal kicker in the last 2 years. But that was before Lee Matthews arrived. The great Lee turned him into a fullback for the first 7 rounds, but he's been on the forward line today. But a bit rusty with his kicking for goal with 3 goals, 5. Could he manage this? He's unloaded a big one. Clark! Couldn't quite complete the mark.
Free kick, I think.
Yeah, 3, no score. So 10 points the difference and 10 minutes left.
Benny Gale gives it across to Proctor to Daffy. Trying to find some run in this last quarter. He might put this close to the boundary line. He's looking for Richardson. Hughes may keep the ball alive. He does. Quick hands back to White. They've got the loose player in Scott. This could open up. Back to Kennedy. He's got the runner wide. He's looking for Malloy. He's also got Hart. They need a crumb. The Lions. Ottens does well. Malloy magnificent. Back to Champion, to Hart. Here come the Lions. Inside 50. Black has got Rogers to beat. Slaps it over the line. A 10-point ball game. 116 plays 106.
It's like holding back the tide at the moment for the Richmond defenders.
But still, Brisbane has not been in front since that opening goal of that first quarter when Matthew Clark kicked the goal starting at full forward. Gets his hands on the ball. The Tigers, they keep hanging on. The Lions got within 2 points in the third quarter. He backtracks, concedes ground, gives it across to Scott. Here comes Lepage in front. Can't take it on the second grab. Callaway driven into the ground. No free kick for the Lions. Lawrence under pressure, smothered off the boot. Campbell slaps the ball out, comes back to McRae. Could have caught one high. They pile on top. Slapped out by Black. Campbell again had it. This time a free kick. Maybe a lucky free kick. It was tough from the clinches. Campbell goes wide. He's looking for young Hollins.
Got Daffy running clean up the
And
middle.
Daffy's running on the edge of the centre square. It's a bad kick. Boyd's got to get there. Can't keep his foot. Lost his footing. Goes wide. Comes back to Bitterscombe. First game for the Tigers. It's a high ball. Otten sits underneath it and he's got it.
Young Brad Ottens kicks to the 50. Richardson! Richardson's kick 4. He got 3 in the second quarter. He thought of giving it off, but his best play is to go back and drill it. In the second quarter, he kicked one from about 55 metres. And this is a bit closer. Still day in Melbourne. It's nearly dark. Actually, that'll suit the Lions. They've played all their games at night. Richardson, a big breath. A goal here would give them a bit of breathing space. This for number 5. Teed off pretty well. Offline, off hands, and through for a minor score.
It was very interesting, Drew. The entire interchange bench of the Brisbane Lions are running forward and back, and then they all just had their eyes glued on the result of that kick. Midstream they stopped, and well, as like everybody else here, they were most interested in the result.
Plenty of time. Just a tick under 8 minutes left in this final quarter. The Tigers by 11 points, short to Malloy. So the Tigers have held it up in the back line. No fast break at the moment. Boyd nearly pulled off a great save on the half-forward flank a few moments ago. Still tied up in the back pocket. Huskers gives him an option. Wants to get around Powell, who's quick. To Lawrence on the edge of the centre square. It can open up now. They've got the runners. Here comes White through the centre square, looking for Ackermanis out wide. He waits for the bounce. He'll need a kind one. He's got 2 to beat. He goes to ground, drags the ball in, flicks it out. Scott caught high by Rogers.
Well, inside 50 this quarter, Brisbane's been down there 12 times. The Tigers just 6.
Short. He was looking for Black. Thumped away. Ashcroft tried to take it. Lambert hasn't seen much action today. They'll ball it up. 40 metres out from the Lions' goal. They trail by 11 points.
And a few moments ago, KB, we saw this huddle down in the Brisbane forward line. Ball just coming through. Daffy taken relatively high.
So a chance for the Lions. Lawrence, 35 metres out. Quick snap. Through for a behind. So again, a 10-point ball game, and there's Bitterscombe down on the oval at centre half back, playing his first game for the Tigers. Craig Bitterscombe looks to be in a spot of trouble.
Might need to stop play here.
The umpire has held it up.
Bitterscombe has forced his way in with form in the reserves.
Drew, they have made a change though. Paul Broderick's come off and Robert Powell's come on in the forward line for him.
Bitterscombe crashing into Lappin. Gee. it was such a cricket score type of a game up to three-quarter time, 17 goals to 14. In this last quarter, Brisbane have kicked 1-5 and Richmond 1-2. So we've had only 2 goals in 18 minutes, but what a contest. Stretcher for Biddiscombe, what a shame. He's waited so long to get into Richmond's side. Let's have a look again.
Just saw him on the right of screen there. It's like he got a heavy bump. Played 34 games with the Cats. This is his first game for the Tigers.
From Traralgon originally.
Now, what's this going to do to the game? There's been so much momentum for both sides here, Jared. It's been seesawing.
Well, maybe it'll give Brisbane a chance to rethink their goal kicking, because it's really only been poor shooting a goal that's cost them the lead at the moment. They should be in front of the Tigers. They've had most of the play for the last probably, 35 minutes, 40 minutes?
Yeah.
And yet they haven't been able to penetrate the Tigers, or at least eclipse the Tigers' lead.
Well, the crowd giving Craig Biddiscombe a hell of a seeing off here. That's great, because 16 possessions in his first senior game for Richmond. And I'd say that they're very keen fans who've seen him in the reserves getting plenty of leather.
And a pretty handy bloke to have coming off the bench in a crisis. Paul Broderick going down into the forward line. And when he gets the footy, generally something happens for the Tigers.
The clock has stopped with 6 minutes 41 seconds left. In a game like this, that's plenty of time to go one way or the other, especially with a margin of just 10 points.
This is an important kick out too for the Tigers. They've had a bit of time to think about it. They've had a bit of a huddle to see what sort of tactics they're going to use to get this ball out of defence up into the forward line.
It's almost at the stage where the side that kicks the next goal will win this match. If Brisbane get it, they'll still be behind, but the momentum will be all their way. If Richmond get the goal, they'll be very difficult to stop.
Turner's kick clears the 50. Gale put on his ball, yes, free kick.
Black.
So Black's left footer to the top of the goal square. Johnson on the back! Johnson!
Simon Black's been a good player since he's come off the bench too. He's won a lot of the ball, 17 possessions, but this man has been magnificent.
He's had 8 kicks for 4 goals won, and will be kicking from right in front. Couchy.
Yes, Craig Biddiscombe's got a knock on the back of the head. He's got it split open, and they're going to have a couple of stitches, but he's A-OK.
Johnson to put the Lions within 4 points. And he's done that.
By 4 points, 5 goals as the thump comes out of the centre square. Ackermanis takes it, gives it across to Black. Here come the Lions. Leppage is in front, has the ball thumped away. Johnson hit the ball hard. Hands and knees was Bowden. They're piling in on top. Desperate play by the Tigers defence. Under so much pressure, there's Johnson having words with Joel Bowden. Johnson's booted 5 goals. Justin Leppage has booted 3 goals, 5. They've turned this game around. They trailed by 50 points in the second quarter. A goal to put them in front. Lambert the smother in game number 200. Tries to rip the ball out of the arms that time of Andrew Callaway. And again a ball up. It's just 25 metres out from Brisbane's goal. Jeff Geeshan looks on. An anxious Jeff Geeshan. What a week it's been for Richmond. Talk of a new coach, talk of a new president, talk of a new chairman of selectors, talk of coups. Lappin centres the ball. He was looking for Leppage. It was unselfish play. Tried to set it up. Here's Lawrence. 35 metres out. Concedes ground and finds Boyd. Directly in front. Brad Boyd puts the Lions in front. Michael Voss in the grandstand, the skipper, and his brother Brett just barracking their hearts out for the Lions. What a turnaround. They're 2 points in front. They were 50 points down in that second quarter, and they look gone.
Well, it's a great move coming up here by Steve Lawrence. This kid is just getting better as a footballer. Smart, cool under the crisis, under the pump, and he's elected to go to the right option. And Brad Boyd drilled it.
Lions in front after threatening for so long. Just under 5 minutes left. Can the Tigers steady and regain the lead that they've had since the opening couple of minutes of the game? The MCG at fever pitch as Clark wins in the middle. Turned back by Campbell. His hand pass astray. Here's Lawrence again. Good kick by Lawrence. Ashcroft marks. Running past Lapham. An irresistible force at the moment, the Lions. Punch down was by Chris Scott. Lepage lost it in the tackle. Umpire's going to ball it up.
Well, here's a test for the Tigers now, with the Lions hitting the front. Can they grit the teeth? Can they come back? Lee Matthews, a little bit edge in the box as well. This is an important ball up, Drew.
Clark backhands it down, intercepted by Rogers. It's all Brisbane. Brad Boyd, who kicked the goal to put them in front a minute ago. Steers it low. Flips off the hands and out of bounds. And we'll have a throw in. 4 minutes remaining. Well, if Jeff Geeshan was under pressure last week, what will next week be like if the Tigers lose this, having led by 50?
Well, it's 34 scoring shots to 27. Brisbane clearly in front. They've had so much of the footy. It'd just be difficult to see how they're going to lose it from here.
Lambert went in hard for the ball. They'll ball it up.
The Tigers
5 metres out from goal.
Sorry, KB. The Tigers, they've got to get something out of a couple of their midfielders. Maybe Broderick's got to come onto the ball, but Matthew Knight, since he took that blow, he's had just 4 possessions since half-time, and I'm sure he must have been concussed.
And Sean Hart went onto him and did a pretty good job. Tied up was Ashcroft by Powell. So again, they'll ball it up. Still 40 metres out from Brisbane's goal. They lead by 2 points. 119 plays 117. Goal here would make it very tough for the Tigers. Gale got his hands on the ball to Bowden, who's been very good. Just pumps the ball along, looking for Richardson. Their gun, he's booted 4 goals. Kennedy be happy to see the ball over the line.
And Matthew Kennedy has been a very competitive player today. Richo's kicked, just the 3 at the moment? Well,
4 goals.
4 goals. He's been a very good player. But Kennedy has given them a lot of drive as well.
We'll throw in on centre wing. Clark and Gale, they've been at it for most of the day. Some pushing and shoving. Clark got his hands on the ball. Campbell tried to pinch it. Gets it out towards Hollands. Coming through hard was Euskus. Ball was slapped on by Bowden. Back to Daffy. Tries to weave his way through trouble. Caught by Scott. Champion takes it on hands and knees. Back to Ashcroft. Floats the ball forward. Knights was caught. Too high. Wow, it's a lucky free kick. Just what the Tigers needed.
That was below the collar.
Because he had him by the back of the jumper. Can he set it up? He's got Ottens in the square. Kicks it deep into the forward line. Richardson's there. Taken by Broderick. Quick snap. He's got it. Tigers in front.
Well, this is the best game of round 8. Could be the best game of the season. What a rip snorter at the MCG. Gale wins. Boyd knocks it back for the Lions. Lions have to do it all over again. The crowd at fever pitch. Free kick. Advantage to Richmond. It comes wide. Lionel Proctor, most of the day on the bench. He kicks to Richardson. Matty Richardson near the boundary line. 50 metres out. 2.25 minutes left. And the Tigers up by 4 points. If he nails this, they'd like their chances of winning the game. Magnificent kick! What a goal! Five goals to Richardson. And they've buried a few demons with that kick.
Well, if you reckon this isn't the best game of the year, you've seen a pretty good one, and I've missed it. Because this has had just about everything that our great game has got to offer. The Tigers are going to win this match, and good on them.
Just under 2 minutes left. The Tigers showing plenty of spirit. They got headed by Brisbane. They've hit back. Goals to Broderick. Goals to Richardson. Still just under 2 minutes left. Clark taken away by Ottens. The Tigers now sense victory. Thump the ball deep in the forward line. Richardson couldn't take it. Just a bit off balance. Back to Richardson. Quick snap. Goal number 6. 6 goals to Matthew Richardson. And Jeff Geeshan take a sigh of relief in the coach's box because you're home.
Jeff Geeshan, I think Leon Daphne, he may be just sitting down at the moment thinking, well, At 50 points in front, this was going to be the easiest victory that they've had for some years. But when they got headed only 2 minutes ago, she was gone. What a comeback victory. What a match.
Phenomenal seesawing game here at the MCG. Unfortunately, only a minute and a half to go, but the Tigers are going to break a 3-game losing streak here, and they get the free kick. Powell wants to take advantage, but the ball's got to come back.
I've got to say, just in the excitement, we didn't have enough time, but there was a kicking in danger free kick paid about 3 minutes ago. It's the first kicking danger I've seen for 2 years.
They got it, Richmond.
Richmond got it, resulting in a goal, but sometimes you've got to take the luck when it's presented to you.
Campbell has Richardson finished off. He kicked 3 in the second quarter. He's got 6 for the game. And when the Tigers had the shakes, Matty Richardson has stepped up. He wants it back from Campbell. They want to count down the clock. Wayne Campbell going back to take his time. Under a minute left. The Richmond faithful are going to be rewarded here today. But what an effort by the Lions. Their first game in Melbourne in 8 rounds. Their first game in the daytime in 8 rounds. Campbell goes long, deep inside 50. Ottens is there, front of the pack. Ball out of play. Well, KB, you played 400 for them. You coached them. Take it away for the last half minute, mate.
Well, it's been a great game for the Tigers. See Benny Gale there in a little bit of pain. They started magnificently. They led by 50 points. Then Brisbane, to their credit, came back, hit the front in this last quarter. But the Tigers, here's Hilton, keeps the ball alive. Here's the danger man. Lepage back in defence. Good at 3 goals up forward. Daffy has the kick half smothered. Hollands tries to weave his way out of trouble. Back to Daffy. Quick snap. The duck. The duck. Let's kick the goal. There's the siren. It's all over. Was that a goal to Daffy on the siren?
They didn't signal it.
He didn't signal it.
No, they didn't signal the goal.
Here's Jeff Gishan. You can see the relief on his face. Alan Joyce there as well, chairman of selectors. And the Tigers have
How was the pressure today?
135.
Same as it's been every week, Paul. Every game is a big game, and our preparation and thoroughness doesn't change from week to week. And today we just got to score at the end of the game, which is great.
What do you thought when you were 50 points up and they come back at you again? Did you think about deja vu?
Look, we were challenged strongly there. I think they kicked 5 unanswered, but we kicked the next 3, and that gave me a little bit of heart to think that, there was a bit of character there. But in the last quarter, we just went to a couple of little different structures that played it a little bit simple, went a little bit longer, and it paid off for us.
Matthew Richards was fantastic.
I love him, mate. I just love him. His spirit for the Tigers is unquestionable. I know that he makes the odd mistake here and there, but don't anyone ever say that that kid can't play and he's not developing as a player. He's special.
Good on you, Geesh, and enjoy the success.
A 16-point victory for the Tigers after losing their 3 previous games. What a game at the MCG.